all authority. He will be going to Vegas. Let's hope the casters at the other tournament will remember that one. And Soaz is for on the top on Kennen, of course. Snoopy would be in the jungle. He is going to be on Shyvana. That's because Maokai and Alistair were banned out, something he would normally be playing. Wicked will be on the top on Renekton. Has just put it back to buy, actually, as he just bought some extra. Yes, he has got an extra health pot. Oh, just a quick invade there. Diving on towards Mama. Mama will back away, though. And they do try and pull that big Wraith out. They didn't get it, though, so it was unsuccessful. Doesn't matter, though. All they were doing was protecting it because Nocturne, you can see, is already starting over on the blue there. Let's go quickly back down the teams. You can see Froggen as well. Nunu versus Enrated continuing the little hot fight will be in the middle. That will be Froggen, not on Anivia. Anivia was available, didn't pick it. Yellow Pete will be down the bottom. Alongside him will be Crepo. Panky, let me switch these over and away you go.
No problem. First thing, can you just lower the scaling on your UI? It's a little bit too big. In the last patch they fixed it so the hard scaling actually worked properly, and as a result the UI is just a little bit too big for this overlay. But while you're doing that, we're going to go, in fact, Wiki getting very aggressive on Soaz up top. In the 4PL matches yesterday we did see him play Renekton against the Kennen. It wasn't quite Soaz Wicked, but it was Wicked, I think, Anguish maybe, or Extinct up top, and Wicked's Renekton destroyed the Kennen he was up against in that situation, so we'll have to see whether Soaz can play it out any better. But interesting one as well, going to be Froggen versus Moment. Now Froggen's Ahri very Froggen even got the pick in. The last pick COG had was Ahri, which is meant to be uncounterable, of course, because you can't see it coming, but Moma got such good knowledge of these players, these teams, and the way they like to set themselves up that they picked that up already and waiting. Now, as you mentioned, we've got a gank, in fact, coming in top. Linux exhausting the fear, going out onto Wicked. So as a nice stun, the ignites out. They're going to dive it. Wicked going very low. One last auto attack from Soaz will be enough for the first blood. And in fact, falling in amongst the trees there, completely vanishing out of sight. And there's a very nice kill indeed. Ah, and your UI fits now. Very nice.
As if by magic, it pops into place, yeah. Actually managed to get it the second try of, that's not too bad. It didn't work out too badly. Yellow Star actually using the that funky Valentine skin, I think it was, wasn't it, or something like that. I can't remember where it's come out. But everybody seems to use that skin. I think they like that one, the players do. It seems to have become a bit of a fan favourite with the players. And I have got colourblind mode on, so hopefully everyone will be happy with that. It's something that I've started doing. Wow, I just saw the lag has suddenly kicked in on the stream. Not sure what the hell is going on with that.
Maybe it is. Please tell me it's Twitch.
No, that's actually Twitch has just sort of come to a freeze. I was looking at it on the other screen. Never to worry. Yeah, no, I think that was just Twitch. It seems to be fine again now, so it seems to be going on fine. It's certainly not the PC. Bottom lane is actually working out okay between these two, 24 to 28. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting one because they're technically both kind of hyper carries, this bottom lane. Wow, that's horrible.
It's very interesting indeed. Obviously, we should say hyper carries. Yellow Pete certainly going to be interesting. He does benefit off that bit of bonus ability power Lulo's going to give him. But I want to point out, I just got an angry whisper from Extinct saying Wicked did not destroy my Kennen, it was Suche. So I do apologise to Extinct for that one. Wicked beats Suche's Kennen in that top lane. So we'll see if Soaz can do any better. But yeah, every time Creepo puts, I think it's the shield in fact, or is it? It's Whimsy. Every time he puts that Whimsy, giving movement speed and ability power on Yellow Pete, I expect to see quite a few ultimates getting shot out from Kokomo, as that bonus ability power will cause them to do a little bit extra damage. Depending on how much AD he has at the time, however, as to which one will take precedence. But his slow will gain bonus ability power, so it's a little bit of something here and there. We'll wait and see quite how they work it. But for the moment, Linux coming around the backside. There's no wards up for CLG. Yellow Pete flashing out of that knock up. Will it proc? It will. Ooh, no, it won't. Right on the edge, Linek pulls out at the last second just to do a little bit of damage to Creepo instead. And Moma was actually on his way down as well. He was ready for that fight to start.
Yeah, just catching Linak. Linak actually diving back in on them. Yellow Peter seems to be the target. Howling Gale does manage to catch across, but he really didn't have the support of that. And Yellow Star was not reacting to that at all. If it had been there, maybe they would have caught him out quite easily, but they didn't manage to get it. While that was all happening, Shyvana actually went on a little invade, went and took the wolves out and everything. So it's not too sure what's going on with that one. Wow, either Twitch has blown a fuse or the stream is, but it's not dropping anything, so it's got to be Twitch, I'm guessing, like you said. Definitely hard lagging, not too sure why, but these things happen. You can see Soaz was waiting to have a go at Frog in there, but realises he's wasting his time. There is 2 wards up the river, so they're well aware of his position. He's going to have to return to that top lane without picking anything up. Let's have a look how these lanes are starting to lay out. You can see that the top lane, 41 CS to 33. They did get that gank early on Wicked. Wicked at the moment is getting dived on a little bit. Will they manage to get the stun? He's actually gone with the ulti straight across on towards Wicked. I don't think he was going to pull anything out of that. May well just be a case of forcing him back, I think. Trying to keep him away from the CS, but Wicked has got those health pots. Well, last one, he's just chugged down as well. Obviously started off with those boots. Soaz has been back and bought, so you can see he's got those 2 amplifying tomes. I can see Ari heading down south at the moment towards Yellow Star. Yellow Star backing away wildly from that one. Well aware of the situation. I think it was Janna actually that caught it. Yeah, just put that pink ward down, you see, N-rated, and then cleared it out. Got to be careful it doesn't catch onto Ari on the way back. But as it stands, still very even between these two. Just that one initial first blood on Wicked.
Yeah, so in all fairness, just that first blood, and they're already nearly 1,000 gold up against Authority farming really, really well. And as you say, we saw Ari running down bottom. He was spotted more or less instantly as soon as he left that mid lane. Against Authority, he had this ward right at the top of the ramp, and he was pinged like mad. Now, Creepo played it nicely. They saw the recall. They figured that they knew Froggen was on the way, but he cancelled it at the last second. But still, Yellow Star running out to safety anyway. So we get our first couple of pings on there. Soaz, in fact, getting dived on by Wicked top, causing a low health warning, meaning that Wicked actually doing very. I know mine's having issues from time to time, but the fact that we're still getting these from you.
Well, it's not the sound issue though. That's one good thing, but the we'll see. It should be back up and running though any second now. They're just waiting for it to kick in. It will do.
There we go. I've got vision back now.
So as it is at the moment, you can see Galio pushing on that middle, having to defend off against Ari. Ari missing that charm quite badly, actually. I think I could have dodged out of the way of that one, to be honest. Pretty much telegraphed it across. Let's have a quick look across.
So I was getting a little bit of aggression from Wicked up top. Wicked actually doing a nice job of sustaining now. He's not really taking too much damage from Soaz at all. He just took a whole shuriken, the lightning rush, and then the resultant electronic surge, or electrical surge, sorry, to the face, and trying to shrug the damage off. Didn't really bother him too much at all. Now, where are we going to go? We've got pings going on to Dragon from CLG. Wicked's just recalled, and this is normally the time they're going to go for it. He is coming down the mid lane. Yellow Star and Enrated taking a lot of damage, but their trouble's done in this bottom lane. And to be honest, that's against All Authority now too weak to contest this Dragon. Linux going to recall. Yellow Star and Enrated are going back, and it's Wicked just arrives, and Snoopy pulls out this Dragon. Linux cancelling his recall, and Rating Yellow Star doing the same, but they are very, very low. They're going to have to be really careful to doing this. And let's see quite where they go. Snoopy picking that smite up very, very quickly, and against the Authority do back out safely. So nicely played by CLG. How Soa's going to do in that top lane in not grabbing that tower in the result. And Wicked going to make it back up there just in time to scare this little Yordle back and away.
Galio planting in the middle. He's going to go in there. You can see the dive as well from Nocturne will finish him off. Very nicely done there. As I'm switching around, meanwhile, he can go up towards the top. Soaz also getting a little pick from Wicked there, but a good dive, and that will be the second kill. And it's been, you know, there's been a lot of action, but not a lot of kills coming out from these two, which has been a little bit strange. Soaz, meanwhile, getting dived on again there. Wicked does manage to get the stun on. It's a quick slice, but Soaz wisely backing away from it. And you can see the bottom lane. I'm not convinced, still not convinced about this one. I think Yellow Pete is doing a good job. He's managing to farm up 82 CS to 93. He's keeping up with the farm on Vayne. And I'm still not convinced by Lulu as the support down the bottom there. Certainly been, I think N-Rated's doing a better job. N-Rated on Janna seems to offer a lot more. And it's interesting, we didn't see Leona come out. Obviously, you remember N-Rated on Leona at the World Finals. Very well played by him. Could have easily definitely gone for it, especially on these two, but they picked Janna as their first pick. Soaz again at the top, being caught out. Soaz, you know, he's got that Willie the Ancient's built up early, but I think Wicked's built very strong now, and he's not too worried about Soaz on this cannon.
Certainly seems to be the way he's going. I just realised I started that whole line of chatter without pushing my push to talk button, so it works better that way around. But Soaz, he's got that Will of the Ancients up, so he's got a nice bit of sustain in the top lane, but not so much actual damage up. 110 AP, not as much as it sounds, up against a Renekton with 80 magic resist and that much lifesteal. That Color Meek on all those minions does so much damage. A little bit of a null magic mantle up as well for Renekton to just keep him going a little bit longer. But I think the real story of this game is Yellow Pete and Creepo. In all fairness, what I thought originally was the stronger lane. I really thought Yellow Star and Rated were going to have trouble down here. But that Vayne already up to 100 CS, really doing quite well. Like Cogmore, that, as you can see, has a lot bigger range than her. She's coming up on top for these trades with a nice shield from Janna and that true damage whenever she can proc it. But we've got the first blue coming up for, well, the second blue, in fact, coming up. But it's going to be the first one handed off to Galio. There's no CLG anywhere nearby to try and steal it. And Momo will pick that one up for free, just as Wicked finishes his Hex Ring, because that's going to make it even harder for Kennen to finish him off. And Snoopy going to grab their blue buff as well. Kupo, in fact, even coming to help this one out. Froggen going to pick this one up nice and easily, so we're going to have even more ability spam in this mid lane. And with Nocturne hanging around there, we may see Momo ultimate onto Froggen for a kill.
Yeah, so top turret does go down. Kennen picked that one off. Very nicely done by him. N-Rated still having to fight them off on this bottom lane alone while Vayne picks up the golems. And the south, Momo continuing to farm out. 123 CS to 98, so quite a big advantage for Momo in that middle lane over Froggen. But, sorry, 101 now up to. Pick up a few more just while I was talking. You can see the goal difference, like I say, it is that that difference being coming around. Really, obviously, that tower being picked up, the dragon as well. And, well, Yellow Star, he's starting to get into the groove down the bottom. He has got that BF sword caught in the caustic Barlow. Has to back off. And Yellow Pete continuing to farm. I really don't know how this one's going to go. You know, I think it's going to be very close between these two AD carries. They're both going to be incredibly strong when they start hitting the late game. Interesting to see how Yellow Pete's going. You can see he's going Zeal compared to last game. Obviously built up straight and finished the edge early on. N-Rated going very aggressive on towards Yellow Pete here. We'll try and pull him down. You can see Nocturne diving in. Does manage to quickly pop on. Gets straight in there. Very nicely done. Good amount of damage there. Yellow Star continuing to get the damage down on Crepo. Crepo this time having to use the ulti on himself to save himself. Yellow Star couldn't quite tank up the tower enough to get the kill, but that is 3-0. Very nicely dived. Meanwhile, in the middle, you can see Momo having to use his ulti. Froggen catching him out there. Very nicely done. And Momo's forced to back away, but Froggen takes a couple of unnecessary tower hits. I don't think he needed to do that. Meanwhile, at the top, you can see, I'm not sure how this one's going to equate, really. You know, Soaz has took the tower down at the end of the day. Wicked did get dived on early. Wicked continuing to push on towards Soaz, but I don't think Soaz is too bothered by this. He had got that Willie the Ancient's built pretty early on. Now he's got that needlessly large rod. He's really starting to lay out quite a bit of hurt on towards Wicked. You can see he's down to half health. And Soaz has just sat there quite happily. Life stealing away. Gets the stun on Wicked. Wicked forced to back away again. This is going CLG's way. It's certainly in the middle. Well, definitely on the bottom. I don't know about the middle, actually. Middle seems a little bit even. And the top is definitely aAa's way. Press your button, Panky.
Yeah, there we go. Oh. Top is definitely going AAA's way. I mean, Wicked, he's only 20 CS behind Kennen, which isn't that bad. But when you actually look at the fact that Soaz has gone for a quick, needlessly large rod, shows how safe he's feeling. Normally, you'd see a Kennen now build some kind of health, maybe even just a Giant's Belt into a Catalyst, not Catalyst, sorry, Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Don't know how I got those two mixed up. Maybe just a Giant's Belt into that. Maybe the armor part of his Zhonya's first rather than the death cap, but they're going straight in onto Creepo. He gets burst down. Soaz popping out from around that corner with the ult mark. Very nice ward from N-Rated. But that is the benefit of getting a very quick, needlessly large rod. It's going to open against the authority up for this Dragon, but without that Kennen ultimate, you got to think CLG are going to fancy this for themselves. Vayne a little bit out of position at the moment. And we'll see. The Smite is obviously up for both junglers. Snoopy level 10. He is a level ahead of Linak. If he can get in close enough, he didn't quite get it out. Up in front from Moma. Snoopy running away. Nice stun from Wicked, keeping Snoopy alive. Yellowstar needed one more attack to proc that true damage. Wicked getting in there to save his teammate. And all members of CLG get out alive, but they are very, very low here, D-Man.
They are very low. I'm not too sure whether they can handle it. You can see where is Soaz sneaking off to. He's going off towards the top. Shyvana's actually up the top, farming, so he might catch onto him here. He's going to come around towards his golems any second now. Snoopy might get a sudden surprise up the backside. Yes, he will do. Straight in there. He's teleporting away. Soaz can't believe his luck. He's just picked up a free kill. Meanwhile, back in the war towards the mid, you can see Yellow Pete is going to surely get taken down. You can see the fear proc will go off. He'll go down as well. Wicked seems to be the next target. Exhaust goes down on him. Will it be enough? Lulu turns around quickly. The Cogmore actually popping off nicely there. That would be one. Then will it be two? Yes, it will be. Nocturne and Janna both go down. This could go either way at the moment. Soaz trying to get the damage on. He returned back to the fight. Will it be enough on Froggen? No, the charm lands. Very nicely played. Well, I don't think he's going to be able to get finished off. Soaz, he's going to continue diving. He uses his electric. Can he catch in? No, he might be in trouble now. Wicked surely going to stun him on the tower. He will do. And that's the easiest kill Wicked's ever going to pick up in his game of League of Legends. Pretty sloppy play. You know, they had a great advantage and then got a little too aggressive and caught out. And a moment needs to be careful here because I think Wicked fancies his go at him here.
The Wicked's certainly still very strong. You cannot write him off yet. He's got that Hex Drinker up, making him pretty hard to kill because a lot of magic damage, in all fairness, on that against the Authority team. But you actually look at what he's got saved up, so it's another 1200. It's going to be his Maw of Malmortius very, very soon. And once you get that item, Renekton becomes really, really strong. You got to remember when he pops his ultimate, it gives him a whole lot more health, so he can keep going on what you would think is a very low, almost dead stage. Which, when you're getting bonus AD, the lower your health goes, that really, really helps. We've got N-Rated trying his luck stealing this blue buff with a tornado, which very nearly went through. But CLG almost not quite getting caught out from this time round. So let's see, we are 3,000 gold up for Insular Authority right now. Linak is actually just finding Wicked at these golems, steals them both with a very well placed Q and walks away. Has he built the Deathfire Grasp? No. He's got a Wriggles and a Phage up, so feeling this game is closer than he would have possibly liked. And does not feel comfortable enough picking a Deathfire Grasp up this time round. So where are we going to go? And Rated taking even more punishment against bot lane, but still Vayne having so much fun. She's finished a very quick Bloodthirster. Cogmore just a Zeal, not even close to that Phantom Dancer. Yellow Pete really nowhere near as rich as he needs to be right now. 4,800 gold to 6,200 on Vayne. And CLG are going to feel this when the game gets longer.
They definitely are, but Kennen's farming very well on this top lane. He's going to become a problem. But as is Wicked. Wicked's keeping up with him. Just keeping my eye on Ari in the mid there. Just catching out. In fact, the bottom lane, Yellowstar, getting caught out a little bit. Has popped his ulti. Will he get the shot off? No, he won't. You can see Cogmore actually trying his best to keep him at bay with his ulti of his own. So double ultis back and forth. This now, I mean, it's going to be a dive in. Linak will come leaping through. Exhaust planted straight on him, and the ulti planted on Yellow Pete. Won't be enough to keep him alive, though. N-Rated's ulti certainly will be, and Crepo may well go down as well. N-Rated taking a couple of tower hits. Surely will be enough. Linak run around the tower. Does finally manage to catch on him, but the ping goes down towards Yellowstar. and that's an ulti from Snoopy. Will it be enough, though? He's in a 3-4v1 now. They might be able to catch him out, and Snoopy wisely backs away. Froggen could pick up a many kills. Does get caught out. That's one. Will he get another? He's going to surely zip across, pick up another. He will do. That's a 2. Can he get the 3rd? He actually nearly caught Soaz down as well. He could have got Yellow Star. I don't think he realised just how low he was around that corner in the Wolves pit there, but very nicely played and really rescuing a situation that could have easily gone very wrong for them. So a good dive on the tower and a 2-2 exchange all square. And I think the top tower will go towards Wicked. You can see Soaz heading up there, but I don't think he's going to get there in time.
That's for sure. I don't think he realised quite where Yellow Star was recalling either. He was actually quite exposed if Froggen had tried something, but he feels he would have gone somewhere safer. Moment out in mid, taking quite a bit of damage from Yellow Pete. He does get away just as that slow wears out at the right point. So Pete's still chunking down the health. He has finally finished that Phantom Dancer, so he's got a bit of a damage output on him now. And it is still only 3,000 gold. CLG are not that far behind. We've got a Dragon respawning somewhere in the next 3 minutes. And at 21 minutes, this game is already looking to be our longest of the night. There is, I mean, a couple of best of threes that we had earlier on were more or less decided by this point. It was easy to tell who you could expect to win.
Bottom lane. Oh, he missed the charm, actually. Froggen was baiting in that bush. You can see that Enrated is going to be the target there. Surely will get chunked down by Yellow Pete, actually stealing it there. Crepo, well, hey, you got to feel Froggen actually made a mistake there. He nearly caught Vayne out, and I think he's going to dive on him. He's going to try and take a couple of takes. You can see there's going to have the minion push as well. And Yellow Star needs to be careful here. He's in a 3-on-1 situation, but Ari is backing off. Yellow Pete's now going to push on towards that tower, and Yellow Star wisely backs off. Soaz is there to help out if Ari continues that port. No, not just in time. Oh, and the ulti misses from Soaz. Wow, look at the damage chunk straight down there. And Soaz is going to get popped very quickly. He's got no health at all, really built up. It is all about ability power for him. And you can see immediately he's just got chunked down completely. I couldn't make out whether that was Yellow Pete or Froggen that actually did the quick burst there. I think it must have been Froggen.
I think it was, yeah. It was a very nicely landed charm as soon as Soaz came around that corner, and then all the damage followed. But Wicked has arrived. He's got a movement speed buffing him from Creepo. Not quite enough to catch up to Yellow Star, however. So there's a dead tower, and now with this Dragon spawn against All Authority are 4v5. And I think Wicked wants to go for it, but Froggen, Pete, and Creepo are all recalling they do not have the health or the mana, really. And now Snoopy and Wicked left to try and defend this Dragon 4v5 as Soaz respawns. Yeah, I think actually, yeah, the rest of CLG were convinced to get out on that recall. Pete, Snoopy going to nuke it down. Shyvana very fast at killing this, of course, with that twin bite. And CLG then pick a second Dragon up, closing the gap down even more. And showing us they are by no means out of this. We have not yet seen a decent proper 5v5 fight. We saw a quick one at Dragon before, but Wicked about to face check into 5 members of Gensel Authority. Taken very low, does get knocked up and rated, flashed away, Moments, oh, misses everyone. And that will be the end of that little skirmish. CLG going to back out and recall very quickly. Gensel Authority rotating around towards Baron, but not in any position to actually do it just yet. Although, they do have a Vayne, they have a Nocturne, they have a Kennen. There's quite a bit of damage, and Vayne's true damage does affect this Baron. She can chunk it down. But the remaining members of CLG that are out on the field would be able to poke them down and interrupt it. So Baron is not a good idea here.
Indeed, definitely an even fight. And it's 9-7, so very even in the kills, really. 2-1 in towers, but that could easily turn very quickly. Top tower sort of teetering on the edge. Bottom tower is also very low. And the middle tower is about half health. So any quick fight would easily take it down. Red buff's been pulled expertly by N-Rated there. You see, he's put the Howling Gale through, and obviously trolled it round, straight round. Very nicely done there. Snoopy comes round. I'm not happy about this. Straight into it. Needs to be careful he doesn't go straight into him. It will be a 3v1. And Lulu also backing off quickly. Crepo there nearly got caught out. You can see Ari. Ari seems to be the problem at the moment for me. He's certainly, for Froggen, is definitely causing the problems for them, and he's getting his positioning very good. Coming in late in the fight. as well as Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out. Doesn't want to take too many steps forward. Now he might be in trouble, but he's going to get pinned on the wall. Will it be enough? No, it won't. And you can see Froggen comes around, quickly bursting straight down. Yellow Pete and Yellow Star, sorry, suddenly realises he's in trouble. N-rated as well. It's going to get dropped very quickly. No! They gave up. They thought they'd killed him. And he comes away, and it's going to be Crepo that picks up the kill. Would you believe it? The support gang is on. And that's going to be Froggen pushing that bottom lane. There's not really a great deal to push, if I'm all honest. Yeah, and Galio is coming down to try and cover them off. But that was a case of Yellow Star and Rated sort of going, yeah, we got a gank on, and then going, oh, crap, this is backfired horribly.
Wow, I can only apologise for the lag we are still getting.
It's not on my stream, on my screen, so I would suggest people press F5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, in all fairness, actually, I can see it on my dashboard.
Oh, now I can see it. Now it's kicked in again.
Yeah, there it goes. So, Twitch promised us they'd be here to check over any problems we had while the final went on. They knew this was here, but none of them are in sight. So, we can only apologise and have a word with them tomorrow. So, we will see. It's this or nothing for now, but CLG are keeping it very, very close. We are back down to 1,500 gold difference, and in all fairness, Against Authority have 3 dead towers. CLG have 2 left up. If CLG grab those towers and even them up, they're going to take the lead. So Against Authority need to be pretty careful the way this is going. And so far, the only ult I've seen Moma really cast in any kind of proper team fight, he's missed completely, so they need to fix that out last time. He did get a good catch on Froggen down by the blue buff and save a couple of lives. But in a 5v5 situation, you need a little bit more out of that. But everyone's got ultimates up, and both teams, in fact, apart from N-rated, his will be off cooldown in a matter of seconds. They should be looking to get some kind of fight going. No kind of dragon soon. We've just got wards up around the barrier now. Froggen pushing top, and we should see the rest of CLG perhaps push mid. Both those towers are very, very low. And let's see how they're going to play this. Snoopy's had this Oracles up, by the way, for a long, long time, clearing out plenty of wards with it. Pretty sure he's made his money back. And now Against Authority are going to make the push. So Froggen is pushing top, and the rest of CLG are trying to defend this mid tower, which I don't think is going to work too well for them. Froggen is their wave clearer. Froggen's the one they need to defend these sieges, and there's the dead tower to prove it. So a tier 2 tower for a tier 1 tower as far as CLG are concerned. Not the best trade in the world.
No, definitely not the best trade in the world, and as we mentioned earlier on, 5-1-4 Froggen is. He's definitely been the one that's been picking up the kills, definitely doing the damage, bursting across them. So without him at the tower, they realise, well, he can't rebuild. So probably not too happy about Froggen's position in there, and he wasn't even really pushing that top lane either. I think he was trying to bait someone to get a kill. It didn't quite work out for them. He has rejoined them now. So now they're going to start setting up for a potential Baron. If Against All Authority can land that combo of Kennen and Galio at the same time, Moma's not really planted a good ulti just yet. Snoopy might get caught out there. Does take a Gust and a Howling Gale. Doesn't do a great deal of damage to him though. Froggen's the one that's sat waiting. He wants to call out. He does go for Galio. Galio's going to get chunked out. Linux also got out of position. The ulti will come across. Kennen's ulti as well. Got in there very nicely. You can see immediately Ari got popped. Wicked also very low. A Yellow Star is trying his best to take him down. That ulti will get taken down. Soaz gets on him, and that will be another kill. No! He just about got him down. Snoopy now needs to be careful. Snoopy with that Oracle does not want to go down. You can see Against Authority throwing everything at him. They will try their best to catch him out. Linak is going to get across. The Fear proc surely going to go off this time. Yes, it will. And that will be a dead Snoopy along with a dead Oracles, and Yellow Pete, the last remaining mount for CLG. And just as I'd mentioned, if they just manage to catch that Kennen ulti and Galio ulti in the right place at the right time, they will do a fantastic job. And it was square on Ari's face, which is why, as soon as he went down at the start, the fight was definitely going to go Against Authority's way.
Yeah, and such a good fight it was. I must admit, I missed a couple of bits of it. Twitch have arrived, so we should have some fixes coming in. But, I mean, I've seen the aftermath and I saw the damage going out, and what a fight it was. does put Against Authority 4,000 gold in the lead. They're grabbing a dragon off the back of it. They're stealing a blue buff from CLG. It's really not the kind of position CLG need to be in. Lost a lot because of that. Pete's going to go and grab his red buff. Froggen farming this top lane again. But we're starting to see a lot of gold up on these champions. If you actually click the gold tab, 2 champions over 10,000 on Against All Authority side. Froggen the only one there on CLG, and the rest of CLG in fact are not even close. There's 2 8,000s and a couple of 6 and 7s, but Against All Authority 1 9,000, 2 10,000s, and even their support pretty rich right now. It's up to 7,000 gold. So nice spread across everyone there, and they are pinging straight on to Baron. There's a ward here for CLG. There's no orals up for Against All Authority, and they are oh, they're not going to do it actually. They were just warding it up and cleaning it out. Now they see Yellow Pete bot lane, however, they're going to go on for the initiate. Moment starting it out. CLG see it. They're on their way straight across here. Yep. Creeper now carrying the aura. Snoopy lost his one first time round. But let's see what they do. So, Against Authority turn and pull off. Do they have Shirelias? No. So they do just stop the attempt and back out to the mid lane and defend. Moment actually took quite a bit of damage from that Baron. Going to have to be careful when this fight starts. Needs to get that bulwark up early.
Just keeping an eye. They're going to go diving in shortly. I think this middle tower might go down here. I think CLG going to pick this one up. You can see Cogmore quite happily picking that one off from range. So it will go down and force them back. So, I don't know whether Against Authority they just realised they didn't quite have the speed of the damage to take that Baron down so quickly. Dragon may well be given up, but it's not even there. So, I think that they've just got their timing wrong or not there, CLG. Seemed to come across, unless they killed it that quick that I wasn't even noticing. I certainly didn't see the gold come across. Maybe I did. Snoopy will be taking them raids. Let's have a look across. What are they building then? So they've all sort of backed a little bit. Moment is now full health. Against All Authority looking like they want to go in. They have got both blue buffs on still at the moment. Remember they stole that one earlier on. I think Linux is probably about to wear off. Yes, there we go. Right on schedule. They didn't clear out that ward on the back because they didn't have an oracle. N-rated now has picked up an oracle, so they're trying to clear out those wards. They're going to see the one in the back of Baron Pit, realise they're going to have to clear that out and then back off. And there it is. They will take that down and back away and see if they can catch anyone from CLG. CLG, however, were a long way away. They were not really in a position, and you can see that Against All Authority is setting up in that bush. Is this the right place to do it? I'm not sure. They are going to dive in. They've got a good ward there, and they did manage to catch onto Crepo. Wasn't quite enough, though. I think a flash ulti would have been ideal from Galio there. That would have almost set it up, but they didn't have flash available, which is why the delay came out. N-rated checks. They didn't actually put a Baron ward back in there in that pit, so Against All Authority, are they going to peel this one off? Are they going to start it out? There goes the ward. They just gets popped in towards the back. They quickly clear it out. And Panky, this is going to be one of those standoffs that sooner or later, I think it may well be an inhib that will go down off the end back of this one.
Certainly is the way the game's going. 33 minutes. We've got a long death timer now for anyone that does fall down. And these teams are sitting here waiting for that opportune moment to jump in. When it does go off, it's going to be a mass of spells and abilities, and chasing and damage is going to be the big one. We're going to see health bars completely chunked down. And in actual fact, CLG now forcing Against Authority back and away from this Baron. There's mini waves in bot lane mean Vayne's going to have to go down and farm that. CLG are now in the position to do the Baron. They're rotating around to see what they can do. They've got an Oracle's up. They can take the wards out. Against All Authority are blind, and we may see them baiting them in here. Froggen does to get tagged straight away. The taunt does land onto Moment. A little bit of damage chunked down, but he's pretty tanky right now, so he doesn't have to worry too much about that. As Creeper needs to come in and take the word out. It takes a lot of poke through the wall, however. And Linak as well. So just trying to chunk each other down, get that little advantage before this fight starts out. And Froggen doing a really good job of it down onto Moment. However, he keeps getting it healed straight back up again. And let's sit here and wait, see where they're going. Linak, in fact, Linak and Yellowstar starting the Baron alone. Rated here with that Oracles. That true damage from Vayne really means they can chunk this down. And CLG have no idea this is going on. They are not careful. They're going to lose this Baron completely for free. And they are. There's no two ways of this. There's a very, very nice pickup from Against the Authority. CLG would have just spotted it on those champions in the middle lane. And Honestly, I don't know whether they realised that was going on or if they're going to be kicking themselves now. But with Froggen and Creepo back in base, there wasn't really much they could have done about it if they tried. They're going to go try and redeem themselves by grabbing some CS at bot lane. Blue buff for Froggen and maybe even steal a red buff. Doesn't quite equate to that 1,500 team gold and nearly 5,000 gold's worth of buff per person that Against Authority are currently wearing.
So the gold difference is pretty substantial for Against Authority. Obviously, they've just picked up that Baron, but I think they might lose this inner turret. Yes, they will do. I don't think they're going to get back and respond to this one in time. Very, very quickly taken down. That just shows the pure speed and power that of the combined with Cogmore. I mean, Cogmore already got Infinity Edge, Phantom Dance, so he's going to be doing chunks of damage. Wicked's going to be getting in there as well as Snoopy, so he's getting a lot of damage just from those three alone, chunking those turrets down. Soaz needs to be careful he didn't get caught out in the mid. They've spotted him, and they've suddenly turned direction, and maybe thinking they can get onto him. Froggen is going to come straight across. Froggen a little bit close, actually. He might get caught out. Momo's surely thinking about planting there. One good flash, plant, there it is. Gets straight in, Ken and ulti across the lot. Snoopy goes down instantly there. They're going to be diving on towards it. Wicked will get popped down as well. Yellow Pete will follow. That's 3 for Vayne already. Triple kill on. Can he go for Crepo? You can see him diving on. That's going to be Soaz stealing the party. He cannot get the quadra kill, and he will get 4, but I don't think he's going to get the ace. No, it won't. And that's a surrender, a quick surrender. And you know what? It was all about the position, and as soon